recording has been started. So, good evening to all present here. I am Nida Fareen. I'm speaking on behalf of the Radicals. We take immense pleasure in inviting you all in this group discussion on what youngsters think about opinion as part of our society and country. Since the time when we learn to speak in our infancy to the time we leave this amazing world, we all form millions of opinions about millions of things. But what need to be discussed is what is our responsibility as a youngster in shaping the public opinion in framing the modern day society. When the ethics and tradition come into play, and when does freedom of speech and expression is infringed or misused? Where to draw the line? There are many unanswerable or unavoidable and interesting questions which we need to answer. So here we are discussing where do we draw a line while forming an opinion. Over to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Nida. So, first of all, friends, I would like to say why we chose this topic or what was the motivation behind choosing this topic. Uh, Firstly, I was a bit, uh, you can say, a bit sad, and at the same time, I was satisfied when I got to know about through some of my friends that such things are being said openly in the society, which are totally against the dignity of females, and they are being said in the names of opinions. And opinions has nowadays become like a weapon. They can use it against you, and then they can give it as an excuse. So it is important that we should actually think about what should be the limit of opinion and how it should contribute towards the society and the country. And what we see basically is the contrary. So this was the motivation behind it. And as we know that a few days ago, a very well-known chief minister of Uttarakhand, Honorable Sir, had made a statement which was very controversial, and it is considered wrong in a civil society. And he actually remarked against the dignity of females. He said a particular something like those girls or those females who wear ripped jeans are promoting nudity and vulgarity in the society, and they don't have self-respect and such kind of things. So it becomes important to discuss these things as a part of this society. And without any further information, I would like to open this forum, and I would like to invite anyone who would like to make opening remark on it. You may please raise your hand. I think Nida, now you only have to open it and you have
Yes,
to
yes,
put
yes.
your opinion first.
I'm sure
Yes.
about it. So, as we all know, the scene happened. He talked about that the woman or the female who were ripped jeans or short dresses are not sanskari enough because they are the one who are going to pass down these things to their children. So, it was to me as a female, it was very patriarchal to me because I do not think that female is the only one. Yeah, woman mother is the only one who is going to give sanskar, as the word used by the honorable chief minister, uh, to the children. So I was pretty sad, or you might say I was hurt that one of our classmates also posted a video about it, supporting it. And it was little bit disturbing that some people are there in the in the in the place who are supporting him, saying it is true. So I do not have any other words to express how I felt about it. It was like outrage for me. I was so outraged. You can say I form an opinion immediately that this man is totally wrong about it. You could say that youngster think about opinions as a part of society. So later, when it came to when he was there to apologize, he was going to apologize, people think, but what he termed it as it is personal opinion. So I don't think a public figure like him can be said to make any kind of personal opinion in a public place. That's all for Abhishek. Over to you, Abhishek.
Yes, Nida. Yeah, actually, that's the right thing, actually, that many important personalities who are holding high offices of public constitutional offices, and they sometimes don't maintain the dignity of their position and make such remark which is actually quite undignified, and later on they termed it as personal opinion. But personal opinion also has a way, and personal opinion doesn't mean you keep on abusing or you keep on saying whatever you can say. Personal opinion has its own way, its own, you can say, way of telling it. So again, I would like to ask anyone who would like to contribute anything, who would like to put their thought about what they think about this. Anyone, you may raise your hand. Yes, Anupriya, please continue.
Yeah, I just totally relate with Nida what just Nida said. It's like it's so improper because cloth is something that's someone personal choice, and he made a statement out of it from nowhere, and he just stated that women should not wear it, and it's a NGO. I don't think so. There is anything related to the NGO with the clothes. I think people can wear whatever they want. It's a male or female, it's not anything like this. But the statement went totally wrong in this case, and I think literally he should apologize to all the women, especially the state where he belongs, like Uttarakhand, and everyone. Like, I just feel like he should be ashamed of what he said.
Yes, Anupriya, you are absolutely right. And what's more worrying about this is that we see such type of statements are being made continuously. It doesn't stop from one person to another person. One day or the other, someone or the other makes this kind of statement, or goes against females in one way or the other. So it doesn't depict a characteristic of a good society, and it is an obvious fact. Anyone can say it prima facie. And the another thing which I was thinking about this opinion was that when I was talking initially to Nida, and when we were discussing about all these things, she just said me a very striking thought actually, and I remember it till date. She said that if we are seeing females clothing as a way that they are not following the sanskar, then what about men? No one of them is wearing actually the dhoti pajama or the dhoti kurta, which is a traditional wear, traditional wardrobe of our culture, of our religion, we can say. So how come then only female has to follow those sanskar? Is it a question like, is it necessary for the females only? Because we know, I mean, if we look on to what men's wear, that no one of us would wear dhoti kurta, uh, maybe in year once or twice in a year on any festival. But girls often wear their traditional dresses like saris or suits. Then it is a question of same for the boys actually, because they are not following their sanskar. So this thought actually struck me, and this is a very valid argument, that why only girl has to think about what she wears, why not boys? Yes, Anupriya, please continue.
Actually, I want to add on this. I believe they like what, like you said, just like men's or boys wear jeans, and if you go on a traditional way where they wear dhoti kurta and all, I like how normalized thing is with boys, like they can wear jeans every time and like anywhere, any age, gender. But when it comes to the woman or a girl, it's like people take it as a statement or something like unnecessary. That I don't think so. There is anything taken to be wrong. Obviously, we are a humans and we can wear everything. So I should people should normalize what girls also wear. So it should be normalized. Ki whatever the length of the like dresses or whatever kind of dress it should be normalized, because it's a dress is nothing to do with anything with a sanskar or anything. It can't be so much of relatable, like people how much relate sanskar with the clothes. I don't get it, like how they do it.
Yes, actually, it's true. And yes, Chitanshi, please continue.
Yes, I actually want to add a point that each girl as an individual, as she is an individual, I mean, and she should be judged by what she wears, especially she should not be judged by what she wears, especially by a man who is never questioned upon his characters on the basis of his clothing. So according to me, this questioning should not be done because it is creating a differential treatment with a girl.
Yes, actually. But what we see is whenever, I can guarantee you, all the my female friends who are in this group discussion, that whenever you meet a person in personally, no boy will actually tell you that they are against these short dresses or like that. But when they become a part of the society or when they behave collectively, then they act like yes, this is not good, or they act completely opposite. So it is a dilemma actually. And I personally think that whenever, the characteristic of this patriarchal society is that whenever a woman finds a way, then men are there to stop her. And this is one way of doing it, talking about their clothes and all this. And I'm only fearful about one thing, that this should not be passed on to our generation. And that's the only expectation I have.
I totally agree with you, Abhishek. We are living in 21st century, right? We should be talking about way forward how women should empower herself, how she should grow more. We should not talking about or moral policing her, like what should she dress or how should she behave in the society, because it's totally a wrong way of empowering a nation.
Yes, Nida. And one more thing which is actually sad is that some statements are being made in such a way that when females wear short dresses or these kind of dresses, which are, some people make statement like actually the girls who are wearing these kind of dresses are inviting or inciting boys, and that's the reason why they are oftenly harassed. So actually they put the all blame on the females only. Yes, Anupriya, please continue.
I just want to add on this, Abhishek. I believe, like, how can a short clothes or anything, how can a provoke a man? Like, it's the intention of a person. If you're wearing a full clothes, but still a man in intention to rape you or to harass you, he will do it. It's simply that. It doesn't. It's nothing relate with the clothes. It's all the intention and the mindset you have for the girls and the women. I believe so.
Yes, Anupriya, that's true. Yes, Shiva, please continue.
Yeah, so opinion is something that what we think about a particular thing. So, uh, especially it is important for democracy, and especially for the democracy like ours, the biggest democracy in the world. So, when we talk particularly about the Uttarakhand CM's that Rip Jin's remark, we should also see that what he said was his opinion. He spoke it freely. And what we are doing right now is showing or telling our opinion that we are not in favor of him, we stand against him. And if he is really wrong, or if what his work is to just form policies on public opinion, since he's holding a constitutional post. So we are the people who have chosen him, and now he is making such a remark. So if we, the people, really think that he is wrong, then he will lose the next election. It's simple as that. And when we say that there are others also who are supporting him, so we should also praise our democracy at the same time, that there are people who can support such a remarks also in our country. And when we talk about the remarks which are made after any incident of rape, that it occurred because of the clothes the victim wore. So there are also people, even in our discussion, that we are of the opinion, we don't accept it, that it did not occur because of the clothes. So there are always two things in an opinion, that something which would be in favor of that particular thing, and at the same time there would be opinions which would be in not in the favor of it. So it should be praised, and we should not only curse our society on the remark of several people. Like in our society, it is said a girl is judged because of her only via her clothing, rapes occur only via her clothing. So yeah, it is true that there are people who make such a remark, but it should also be seen that we are the majority who stand against them and tell them to shut up. And if they keep on doing this, then they will lose next election, because we are the youngsters. So this should be praised, and we should not create an negative image or a mood swing in our country, that our country is full of such dumb people who don't know how to behave while holding such a huge post. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yes, Shiva, actually, you pointed a very right thing, that ultimately, yes, Chitanshi, please continue.
I actually neither rightly pointed that the girls are questioned on upon the basis. So, according to me, the clothes should not define a girl's morality, because according to me, morality is something that is related to opinion, that can be modified through opinion. And what opinion is, according to me, is an idea which for others deciding their so
Chitanshi, actually, your voice is breaking. Can you move a bit farther from your mic? Oh, she got disconnected. Yes, Avantika, you may please continue.
Yeah, so I will just add a point that when we are talking about opinions, like all of you are pointing towards the opinion of a person telling a girl about her clothes. But then, if we really believe in equality, what I think should be the topic of discussion is like opinion about the gender equality. You see, like it's not just about a girl wearing a ripped jeans and being like questioned. It's also about a boy wearing shorts and roaming on the streets. So I think that when people are saying that a ripped girl wearing ripped jeans cannot nurture her children, like she cannot give good morals to them, and it again comes upon the boys who wear shorts and roam around on the streets. So that doesn't make any sense when a person says that only a girl wearing ripped jeans should be considered here. Okay, so that's what I want to add. And obviously about the opinion by the CM, I'll say that being on such a high level, no one should be such like careless about giving a opinion which is not only limited to that state. Though he is the CM of that state, his opinion will be considered on a higher level, and it will not only be applicable on India but all over the world. So you should be more careful about giving opinion, and it's your personal opinion. So you should, before speaking it out, before stating it anywhere on any platform, what you should think is about the effect of it, the later effect, whether the effect will be positive or negative. That has to be considered. That's it from my side.
Yes, Savantika, very right, you said. Okay, Chitanshi, then Anupriya.
Am I audible now? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
Shitansh,
Yes,
you're audible.
Chitanshi.
Okay, so I actually want to continue what I was speaking earlier about. I was talking about the morality related to the opinions, and I was saying that the morality can be defined or modified through opinions. So, according to me, what opinion is that? Opinion is an idea of expressing one's viewpoint, which may differ from others' understanding of their ideas. And so, from this, I can say that there can be many types of opinions, like individual opinion, group opinions, and other types would be as per the respective fields. Like in a law field, we'll get to see about the legal opinions. So, from here on, I have a question. Are opinions based on any facts, or if no, what is the difference between the facts and opinions?
Yes, Chitanshi, and that's actually valid question. Are opinions based on facts? And I think most of them are not based on facts, and they are different because uh, facts, facts are, we can say facts actually contribute in some way or the other. If the fact is actually something that's bitter, we often say it's a bitter truth, then we can work on it. And if it's a good fact that is on our favor, then it's already a good thing. But opinions are something which are beyond right wrong, and beyond, they are bounded by good bad, but not right wrong, because we cannot say what opinion is right and what is wrong. But yeah, that's the
So, you
characteristic
mean to
of
say
it.
that facts can be proven right, but the opinions cannot be proven?
Yes, that's very true. Yes, Anupriya, you can continue now. Anupriya, you can continue now.
I think she's having some internet issues, I believe.
Okay. Uh,
I
yeah,
think I like
one.
to point out one thing also, Abhishek. Uh,
Yes.
as we all know, that Abhishek has rightly pointed out, most of the opinions spouted by a public figure are mostly, like, not almost, but mostly they are based on a rumor that is not true at all. So they are not based on fact. I think we all remember the Hathras incident, or the case, the Hathras gang rape case. We all remember it. It's still fresh in my mind. I remember too. So I remember one of the MLA of the state. He said the girls are need to be taught moral values, and I remember his interview very well. It's still I just remember it quite well. That he just said one line, that parents should teach their daughters good value, so uh, they will not do bad things. And I immediately thought that he is victim blaming. Like, what is he talking about? Is it any fact in it, or is it all based on something he made up in his mind? So it was totally out of my mind. I was not able to understand, like, what is he talking about. So suddenly, the past incident that we are talking about, the Uttarakhand chief minister talking about the sanskar, or the moral policing of women ripped jeans, it immediately got fresh on my mind. Like, are they for real? Are they talking about the are we living in the same country? I know we live in a democratic country. We all have a right to form an opinion, but we have right to expression, freedom to speech, and everything. But where is it limit? So that's the point, right? Where is it the limit to it? When should they stop talking about it, especially for a public figure too? Over to you, Abhishek.
Yes, Nida. Actually, the ambiguity about the question that where we should put the limit is actually worrying. And one thing which I thought after listening to Avantika's point that we should talk collectively of gender equality, and we should also question boys. And one thing which I think is that most of the men's, if you see, either are addicted to tobacco or cigarettes. Most of the men are addicted to it, but they are never advised to quit that by some leader or some social figure, in terms that this may get wrong morals or wrong values to their children. Yes, Avantika, please continue.
Yeah, so a question was raised asking like what the difference between facts and realities. So I'll say that it's my opinion that facts is something like fact is a reality that we need to face. And when a person gives an opinion, I'll say it's either an addition or deduction. So it depends on the opinion. If it's a positive opinion, then it's an addition to your fact. And if it's a negative opinion, which was in the recent case, then I'll say it's the deduction to the fact. Is the deduction to your own, I'll say, image. And again, Abhishek, when you're talking about boys and saying the tobacco and cigarette things, I'll say that again, it's not compulsory that each and every guy is addicted to all these things. In the same manner, not every girl wears ripped jeans. So it's not that we can discriminate between them. When an opinion is given, I say it's applicable to each and every person. The person wearing it, the person not wearing it. So that's it from my side, Abhishek.
Yes, Avantika, actually, uh, you are so much focused about the fact of gender equality, I guess, and that's actually expiring with me. And yes, Anupriya, please continue.
Yeah, sorry, before actually I was not able to connect properly. I want to add on this, like I totally agree with all the points who have spoke today, but I want to add on this key opinion should be kept. It should be discussed, but opinion should just not convert into a judgment for some particular gender. You know, opinions are good. Of course, we should know what other things that like when the means if we will discuss the opinion with others, we will know how they think, what they are thinking, how should be it solved. But if it pass into a judgment like the Uttarakhand CM did, so it is a wrong thing. So the I want key opinion should be kept, but it should not convert into a judgment until and unless it doesn't make any sense. So
I totally agree with you, Anupriya. So we can conclude this session with this. Over to you, Abhishek.
Uh, First of all, I would like to thank
I actually have a question. I was thinking that why